Hello, I hope you're going to join me for my next webinar on the 7th of April, where I'm going to help you improve your writing techniques when you are writing your next grant application. So this training isn't about writing the content or describing the project or the project rationale. This is about improving your writing techniques. It's always difficult to understand why a grant proposal gets rejected beyond the sheer competitiveness and volume of applications submitted. However, many strong proposals are unsuccessful, not because they are weak, but because they're not well written or being written persuasively. So this essential webinar training focuses on something that often gets overlooked in grant writing. So it's not the idea, not the budget, but the writing itself. It isn't the idea that makes a good proposal, it's the way it's written. So with few funders offering feedback on unsuccessful grant applications, it's difficult to understand what it is about applications that gets rejected. How could the writing become more convincing and persuasive to an assessor? And what makes the difference between a well-written proposal and one that doesn't convince an assessor to read on? So this training will help you to improve your writing skills, which in turn will result in better, well-written proposals that are clearer and more persuasive. So the kind of things that we're going to be looking at is actually looking at what sort of things do assessors, how do they assess applications? The psychology behind writing persuasively. I'll give you some essential writing techniques that you can actually put into your own writing when you are doing your next grant application. I'll be pointing out some common mistakes and giving you some tips on how to avoid these. And you'll know how to adapt your writing to match the tone, style and content and funding priorities of the donor. So I do hope you'll join me, and I look forward to supporting you very soon.
This webinar is scheduled for the 7th of April 2026, 11 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time to 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.